Now let us see how they cannot be subtracted. So that means, for example, can V be subtracted from X? Now let's see. If V is subtracted from X, we get 10 minus 5, which is 5. Now you all will think then, isn't it correct? No. Why? Because V equals 5, and when we subtract 10 and we subtract 5 from 10, we again get here 5. So that means obviously this is not a correct answer. Now let us move. Now, can V be subtracted from L, or V be subtracted from C, or V be subtracted from D, or V be subtracted from M? Now again here all the answers are correct. Why? Because you know that according to rule 7, this is wrong. Okay. Now again let us see. So next we have L, C, L, D, L, M. Now see this LCM. Okay. Now again these all answers are wrong. Why? You all know, according to the rule, these are wrong. Now here, according to the rule, again D can never be subtracted. So this is also wrong. Okay? Wrong. Our next rule, rule number 8, is that any value can be only subtracted once. For example, if we take 1 here and here 5, then according to the rule we get the answer 4. But what if 1 are 2 times? So we have 1, 1, 5. Now is our answer here 3? No, because in reality 3 equals repetition of I 3 times, which is I, or we can say 3. Now according to the rule, this is wrong. Now again if we take V cannot be subtracted, L cannot be subtracted, and D cannot be subtracted. So next we take X. Now X can be subtracted, right? So if we subtract X from C, we get 90, right? But what if we subtract X 2 times from C? We get 80. No. Why? Because in reality 80 equals 50 L plus 30, which is X. So in reality this is 80, not this. Our next rule, rule number 9, is that if a bar is placed over a symbol, then it is multiplied by 1000. For example, if we take I and we put a bar over the 1, that is I, then what do we get? Here we get 1000. Now this bar over I, so if we see, then this we do not use, we only use 1000 as M. So if we see clearly, then bar over I is not correct. M equals 1000 directly. Now if we take here 2 and place a bar over here, then we get 2000. Why? Because 2 into 1000 equals 2000. Then here our answer is correct, okay, because there is no number, no symbol which is valued as 2000. Only it is limited till 1000. Now for example, again if we take here, say 3 bar over 3, then we get 3 into 1000, which is 3000. Now how can we remember that if a bar is placed, then the number is multiplied by 1000? How can we remember? Now consider this number 3 for example, and you must place a multiply sign only in your brain, and this is 1 if we tilt. So we have 1000 here. So we get 3 into 1000. This is how we remember. Now, what if we put x? So a bar over x equals 10 into 1000 equals 10,000. So our process begins like this. Now we will solve some examples and see if they are correct or not, and see if you are correct or not. Before solving examples, I think you all will be wondering that I have not mentioned that m cannot be repeated. I have only mentioned about VLD. That means VLD can never be repeated, but I have not mentioned about m. Then yes, you all are correct. M can be repeated. That means m can be repeated 2 times or 3 times, not more than 4 or not more than 3 times, because always a symbol can be repeated maximum of 3 times. Now if we have m, it means 3000. We have m equals 2000. Then usually we consider 3000 as mm and 2000 as mm. That means these both answers are incorrect. So we got our answer as mm equals 3000 and mm equals 2000. But if we go on after 3, then bar placed over 4 is called 4000 this time. Now this time it is correct, so don't be in confusion. Now let us solve some examples. So for example, if we take let us first solve 3 to 7.